Big animals act as nutrient arteries for the planet. If you remove the big animals, nutrients are less well distributed. And you can think of it as the human body. If we have fewer arteries, the nutrients aren't going to be distributed evenly. And what we're saying is we largely severed these nutrient arteries 10,000 years ago. People are good at concentrating nutrients. So we take it from one area and kind of concentrate it in agricultural systems. Currently on the planet, there's regions that have too many nutrients and too few. And that has a real cost to it. I mean, a less fertile planet. So this is an unrecognized ecosystem service that these large animals provide. For this paper, we largely depended on decades worth of field studies of animal movement, animal behavior. And we know that big animals move more than small animals. They eat more, they live longer. So all these aspects mean that big animals are disproportionately important in moving the nutrients away from the floodplain. So we try to put this in a simple model. Specifically, we looked at the Amazon. 10,000 years ago, there were 60 large animals that aren't there anymore. We know nutrients are generally derived from the Andes mountain range, and they're kind of flushed into the Amazon basin through the river system. We really want to compare Africa, that still has its existing megafauna, to the Amazon, which is an incredible biodiverse forest, except it just doesn't have the large animals. And so what we see nowadays is the eastern Amazon is quite nutrient limited. And this is important because by taking these animals out of the ecosystems, we've affected nutrient distribution, we affected tree cover, we even affected climate. I mean, we came at this from an interest in conservation. We wanted to use the past, our understanding of the past, to be able to predict what effect extinctions might have in the future. I mean, it's very difficult for people to think on these longer term timescales. I mean, it's the same with climate change, that's asking people to think on longer timescales, and that's already difficult. And this is kind of an order of magnitude larger timescale. I think people were very surprised. I mean, this is an instance where we're saying when we go out and measure this forest, it's actually not what we call steady state. Actually, we're still seeing the effect of these extinctions. In Central Africa, over 50% of the forest elephants have been lost in the last 10 years alone. So the nice thing about this model is that we can extrapolate into the future just as easily as we have in the past. So we could say if forest elephants do go extinct in Central Africa, that'll have a large impact on fertility well into the future, thousands of years into the future.